Hey Buns, today we're going to talk about all the super exciting stuff that's coming in patch 11.1.7 on June 17th. That is the Legacy of Arathor patch. Arathor being the name of the first human kingdom, aka the Arathi Empire, which was previously defunct, but now seems like they could be gunning for a comeback. Now, if you don't know anything about that, you are in luck because Blizzard just released this incredible audio series to go along with the patch. It's called Heartlands. Just came out and I have been listening to it before I started recording this today. It's really good. Okay, Chris Metzen is narrating and he just crushes it with the VA because he's such a good storyteller. Like, you can hear the passion, the anger, the voice trembling depending on the character. Just please listen to it. I feel like if you're coming from FF14, it's gonna feel like many cutscenes will now play in sequence, right? But the cutscenes are in your mind. I just described reading, but Chris's delivery is so good. I was like, I'll just listen to one before I record this video, so I'll be able to tell you what it's like. Is it good? What's the vibe? But oh my god, once you pop, you can't stop because these things are like 15-20 minutes each and they end on these crazy cliffhangers. So you gotta go to the next one. I'm like, what is gonna happen to Thrall and Jaina? So I forced myself to stop at the end of the third one just so that I could keep working on this video. But as soon as I'm done rendering this sucker, I'm going back to find out what happens next. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it really got me so much more excited for the Arathi story because my hype went from, oh, Arathi Highlands, like whatever. We did Plunderstorm there, to damn, like what is about to go down in Arathi? This seems really serious, and it sets up this crazy political intrigue with the human kingdoms. It feels like a big deal. At one point, one of the characters is like, Dalaran is fallen, Gilneas was plagued, Lordaeron, Alterac, what happened to all these human kingdoms? What about the Arathi? And like, part of you is like, yeah, Arathi. And let me just say, I really hope that they keep this up. Releasing story content to accompany what's happening in game is such a good decision, especially if they can keep the quality high. The new story campaign will have 2 chapters with branching paths depending on your faction. Tabard rewards for Horde and Alliance. Huge shoulder pads, because, I mean, it's WoW. You can rub s'mores on them things. That's Farron's shoulders, actually. And she also got a short story released called Faith and Flame, voiced by her. She's a new character that I really liked, especially with her dynamic with Anduin. I enjoyed that a lot in the War Within main story. Now, one of the biggest problems new players face is how do I play the story in order? And the answer to that has been a little complicated because game big and a lot of stories are spread across different expansions. They might have you go into different regions, planets, islands, and it can be confusing. But now with 11.1.7, they're adding Lorewalking, which should help solve this problem. This is a brand new thing for level 10 plus that lets you play through important storylines without having to worry about doing an entire expansion, right? Maybe you just want to know who is the Lich King, but you're overwhelmed with the idea of like, oh, do you need to do the Wrath of the Lich King expansion? Do you need to clear Icecrown? Do you need to do the zone and the raid? What about all the other quests? You know, what about Warcraft 3? Instead, you can just hop into the Lorewalking quest line and find out why, from the day he was born, the very forests of Lordaeron whispered the name
Arthas.
You gotta know that if you're gonna play World of Warcraft, it's required. So, especially going into midnight, if we're gonna have Quel'Tha Lost stuff, like you can't go to Quel'Tha Lost without knowing about Arthas. It's like going to Idaho without knowing about potatoes. But Arthas is way worse than a potato, as you'll find out in Lorewalking. So this is a new questing experience that I think is a great addition to the game for people who maybe didn't play Warcraft 3, didn't play Wrath, or people who are been playing a really long time might be starting to forget some things. So in the patch, there is going to be 3 repeatable quest chains. The Arthas one that gives you a ghost Lich King toy, so you can almost be invisible, just like your mount. There's one about the Ethereals, where you're going to find the horrifying reason why they don't have faces, and get a toy reward that lets you turn into an ethereal or a broker for 10 minutes. The one about Xal'atath, which is going to give you a toy called the Echo of Xal'atath, Blade of the Black Empire. God, that's a mouthful. I feel like that's going to be the new Thunder Fury. Like, hey, did I hear someone say Echo of Xalatath, Blessed Blade of the Black Empire. Point is, it lets your Naifu flirt with you as you kill things, which is very sweet. Lorewalking and this Arathi stuff, the extra story they're giving us, to me this feels like them following up on a promise they made to make this story more of a priority, make it more accessible, help new people and returners jump into the story fast, and I love to see it. But buckle up, because this patch is also going to be giving out crazy good belts that are likely to be your best in slot for every class, able to be empowered up to 701 eye level after a few weeks, meaning it won't be a waste of time. Like Circe's Circlet from Siren Isle, this thing is going to be proccing some bolts and bursts and currents and energy that's very strong from your belt area. To get it, you will need to do Overcharged Delves, which is a bountiful delve with a new affix, making it harder. Delves are an amazing new feature of War Within, something you can solo if you want. And here with the Overcharged Delves, you'll get access to new talent trees that'll be account-wide unlocks, and they'll let you work towards a new mount that's like if paladin gear could fly. It really looks like tier 21 to me. And there's a new Hearthstone that'll either take you home or to the transporter room of a Federation class starship. Beam me up. Now, another thing I am super stoked for in this patch is the return of the Turbulent timeways, which is just a fancy way of saying that starting the week of the patch, there's going to be 6 straight weeks of time walking, which is great because it is fast to level in time walking dungeons. You only need to be level 10 time walk. Every boss has a chance to drop an infinite dragon mount, which is super cool. I made a whole video about time walking, but they've massively improved it since I made that video. Like, they've added BFA time walking now, which will be the first week this time, and so I'm looking forward to picking up my Moonlit Nightsaber for 5,000 time warp badges. That's gonna be like a quick purchase for me as soon as possible. And if you want this mount, you are gonna need to do 4 time walking dungeons in a week so that you get the Mastery of Timeways buff, and you need to do that for 5 out of the 6 weeks. Then you get the mount. So you can only miss 1 week. If you do miss more, it's okay. The event will come back, but I mean, it sucks to wait. Hey, why was the Infinite Dragon a pirate? It's because they wanted to seize the moment. Something that's expected to drop the week of July 1st is the Greedy Emissary event. Now, this is gonna be my first time with it, but apparently every 30 minutes it spawns a treasure goblin out in the world, which is a loot pinata dropping all kinds of random stuff like recolored tier 2 sets. Yay! A less ridiculous color scheme for the hunter set. Much better recolor of my rogue set. It's actually dark, like shadows where I'm hiding. And a paladin set that tells me you've just entered your hard enrage. Blood Elf Mage looks so fine. That's a Blood Elf Mage I'm gonna have waiting for me in my house. In addition to that is the Collector's Bounty event, which is something mysterious. Nobody seems to have clear details yet, but the rumor is that it's gonna increase drop rates in legacy content, like more likely to drop mounts from old stuff. I don't know. More info on that is going to be released closer to when the time comes, but I got my eye on it. And finally, Combat Assist and the 1-button rotation tool are coming in this patch. I've covered this in detail in a recent video, so just check that out if you want my full take on it. But overall, I fully support these accessibility features. I think it's great that it's going to help more people jump in, have fun, experience more of what their class can do. Some people for the first time. You know, I think that's a W for everybody. So don't forget to listen to the Heartlands audio series whenever you get a chance. I really want to know what you think about it. I will go listen to the rest now. This patch is an incremental one, but it feels like a big love letter to story enjoyers and to collectors, and that's me. You know, time walking, story stuff, loot pinatas, fashion, but actually I wonder if this challenge modes for the Overcharged delves might end up being reasonably challenging. So that's something I'm looking forward to too. Let me know what you're most looking forward to in this patch. Which of the tier 2 recolors looks the best to you? What are you going for first, if any? And if you're looking for a guild, we'd love to have you in Only Buns, which is worldwide, EU and NA. You can just join our discord.gg/ZeplaHQ and ask for an invite in our WoW channel. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary, so thanks to everyone who's made Only Buns the best guild ever, really, and who's come along to support me on twitch.tv/ZeplaHQ, where I'm streaming 4 days a week. I'll be doing Lorewalking on stream when it comes out. We're gonna do Pirate Dragon Time Walking. I'm going to be doing Overcharged Elves, the Arathor story, so hop in so we can experience it together. If you like this video, please consider supporting the channel on Patreon or on Twitch. You can support the channel for free on Twitch if you happen to have Amazon Prime, because that lets you subscribe to any streamer for free. You can also support the channel for free by leaving a comment or by liking the video. That does help. And I want to thank my Patreon buns and Ko-Fi buns and my Omega buns who subscribe at the highest tier. That's Chris and Pete Wilson. That's all for today. I'm looking forward to the patch and hope you are too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh my god, did I forget to mention Illidan in this video? How can I squeeze in an Illidan reference? Week 2 will be Pandaria. Week 3, Burning Crusades. We'll see Illidan again. Just seen him recently. I mentioned Illidan again. Okay.